is up, everybody? We are back with another episode of the JDA Show, episode 32. Jesse, Andy, what's going on?
What up, everybody?
Got an exciting episode in store here. We have the long-anticipated rematch between Jesse and Norm in trivia coming up at the end of the show. So, yeah, we'll be getting Norm on the line for that. I'm looking forward to that. No built-in excuses, right, Jesse? You're going to take the L on the chin this time? You're not going to storm out like you did after the other
I'm
round?
going to put my money on Jesse.
I don't think Norm's beaten Jesse twice, and I want Jesse to win. I want to see, the trilogy bout. And we can't let some outsider, you'd be failing the show if you lose tonight.
A lot on the line. I can't let everybody down.
I might have written my questions in favor of Jesse.
Well, Norman got ones that I should have gotten right last time.
Well, RJ and I talked about it before.
Beat me at my own game.
Before we even started, we went over some of our questions, and I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I feel like these are questions Jesse's going to know.
Norman's got the same type of...
I'm hoping Norman can surprise me.
No, but like it says, Norman excels in the same sports categories that I would, like football, basketball.
Yeah, that's
especially basketball.
I have 5 baseball questions.
Jeez, he might beat me there.
Just kidding.
No, there were some questions that he got right. Whatever episode that was. It surprised me. But yeah, I was going to say we would start the show off talking about the games coming up this weekend, the games that happened, but I think we should start with the breaking news that happened a few hours ago. James, that was like the wildest hour. You hear that they're going to trade him tonight.
You hear the news of Harden come out last night and saying this is not fixable, blah, blah, blah. Then you hear Cousins coming out and saying it's...
Yeah, right when you saw Wall and Cousins speak out about it.
I didn't see Wall said something too.
Yeah, Wall was saying it's just not fair to the rest of us who show up to work.
Oh, okay.
And I think he said he basically said it's just disrespectful.
It seems like it was, but yeah.
But right when those guys came out and said something, I'm like, all right, then they must know that something's happening.
Then next in the saga, they pulled him from practice.
When it gets that public like that, and he literally went to the media last night and said he wants out. Yeah. There's no sugarcoating it anymore. You can't let that continue.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it even kind of went on this long, 9 games, because it seemed like he's been. Did you see the dude last night in his war? He looks like he's 250 pounds.
Did you?
That dude loves.
He's still balls though. He's still balls.
Yeah, he's still nasty. But did you see the video I sent you guys of the announcer who was like, "There's James Harden." Definitely had a pregame meal before the game.
Yeah. No, that's what he looked like.
That was kind of fucked up, but I mean, dude, this dude he's heavy.
The thing is, though, he'll go to Brooklyn now and he'll cut that weight in 2 weeks. Something crazy like that.
Could be the type of guy who's still got a bounce in his step. He could use that weight to his advantage. Yeah. Throw that body weight around in the paint.
Yeah.
But this whole how many NBA? I know I hate on LeBron all the time, but at the end of the day, that guy's a professional. These guys, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, who we'll get to in a couple of minutes, all these guys, just trying to shoot their way out of town by getting fat, by going to the media the way he did. You're under contract, and this guy is making $40-50 million a year, and once again, the Nets mortgage their future to form some type of super team. Giving up, LeVert went to the Rockets, now going to the Pacers.
Yeah, and Oladipo's going to Houston. Did they also get rid of Jared Allen?
Yeah, he's going to Cleveland, I believe.
Yeah.
And that dude, Crooks, he's a decent shooter. That's all I've heard about. And then a bunch of picks, 4 first-rounders, right?
4 first-rounders and 4 pick swaps.
Yeah.
Which is basically 8 picks.
Yeah, exactly. I think
that's the crazy part.
I think Brooklyn gave up 3, and then Houston's getting 1 from somebody else. It's a protected, via Milwaukee pick or something.
Pick, yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's the pick swaps are almost more valuable than the actual first-round draft picks.
Well, if this doesn't work out, that'll be a total of 20 picks that they've made to form these super teams, so they better hope they get a ring out of it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if their next move, maybe not even this year, but this offseason is getting rid of Kyrie and rolling with KD and Harden and then figuring out what you can flip.
It already seems like that would be the better move.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? What team's going to want to take Kyrie Irving on for a package right now when people are talking about that he might retire and the dude's just not. We'll wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't know why. Talking about the Nets, why you would even. I don't think it's going to work if Kyrie comes back. He already has been saying that's the rumor that he doesn't want Harden, and that was a beef that was going on, and now he's saying, he didn't want Steve Nash. What? So it's just not going to work. That's way too many assholes on one team.
So yeah,
that's an all-team.
Excluding Durant. He's a professional like LeBron, in my opinion.
But
he's also an asshole.
No, I don't think he is.
Not on the same level, but I think he knows
he's more winning
first.
He's more of a winning first type of guy.
He is kind of a...
He's a pussy.
Can you agree? He cares more about winning though than maybe those two.
Well, he's out there playing.
He's going to be out there playing as much as he can, trying to win.
I understand that, but yeah, we all got the same update. I think about how Kyrie was upset with the front office about not consulting with him enough about the hiring of Steve Nash. When Steve Nash was hired, everybody was talking about oh, well, this is KD and Kyrie's guy. This is the guy that they want there.
Kyrie had off-season workouts with Steve Nash, and he was taking advice from Steve Nash a while ago.
What the fuck? And also in the same update, it said that Kyrie and KD's relationship has been distant for the last week or two.
The guy's just looking for every excuse to just not play basketball. And did you see that he was on some social reform Zoom call?
Yeah.
So, whatever, that's fine. You want to do your social justice stuff, I understand that. But you can't just not show up to work and have no communication with your employer.
Yeah.
He has no mask at some fucking birthday party he's at, too. This guy's a fucking clown.
Which was not like backyard barbecue. No. They were all at a club.
This would be so much better if... I would still disagree with it, I'm sure we all would, but if he had just come out and told the team what was up, listen, I got stuff going on, this whole thing is really bothering me, what's going on in the country, I'm not going to be coming for the next 2 weeks. So they know. Or so there's some sort of timetable update. Anything would make the situation a lot better.
No, pretty much everything that Kyrie does, there's a way that you can spin it in
Right, make it okay.
Yeah, but the way that he goes about it just makes it not okay.
Yeah.
He's off the grid right now. I don't think anybody has still even heard from him once.
No, I'm sure we'll all hear about it when someone does hear from him. So,
and you can only make excuses for this guy so many times. He's such an asshole.
Yeah,
both of them, and I don't know, who would you rather have between Irving and Harden? And because they're both headaches.
Definitely Harden.
Yeah, at least he's showing up.
Which is crazy. So we're talking about James Harden, who was put on a lot of weight, who has been...
At least he's showing up to work.
To his organization.
Well, yes and no.
Late.
There's times that he didn't really want to be there, and he showed that he didn't really want to be there. It's just crazy that you would compare two players, one being James Harden and how he's behaved lately, compared to Kyrie Irving. Based on how James Harden has been behaving lately,
it makes Harden look like a saint.
Yeah, which is insane because Harden has been acting like an asshole too.
Yeah, it speaks to Kyrie right now.
It really does.
Something might be up with him in his head. I don't know.
Who, Kyrie?
He might have problems.
I feel like he does have something.
I don't.
On. I don't really know.
I just think
but
I think he's just a fucking asshole that thinks he's above everybody else and nobody can tell him what to do.
Well, none of us.
Do you really think?
No, I know. He's just an asshole.
You really think that's all it is? Is that he's just a dick?
Does he come off to you like he's some dude with mental illness?
No, but he even what you just said, about him being so involved with social reform and justice reform. It's obviously this is a guy who puts some thought into other people around him and puts some thought into his own community and shit like that. So it just seems to fly in the face of what he tries to stand for when he doesn't show up to work.
He doesn't do himself any favors, and like I said, I just don't think he wants to play basketball anymore. So fucking go, retire. If you want to do the social justice stuff, that's completely fine. I think that's a good thing to put your energy towards.
Yeah,
but the fact that you're making all this money and you're just not showing up to work,
and the money is what is what's going to help his cause. I don't understand how he could be so naive as to think that fine, do whatever you want to do. Off the court, I think what he does and what a lot of players try to stand up for is great, but you have the platform of being an NBA superstar, which helps you, kind of push that agenda that you're fighting for. So I don't know, it's fucking insane.
It's a circus right now.
Yeah, it's I'm interested to see what the end game is here, how this is dealt with.
Literally.
So if you had to make a prediction right now, does this guy come back and play a game for the Nets again?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Yeah, I think he does too.
Yeah.
There's going to be some sort of apology for how he handled himself.
I don't think that. I don't think there will be an apology.
No, because it's Kyrie. You don't think he won't?
No, I don't think he's going to apologize for anything.
But what if it already?
I think he will show back up, and I think at some point everybody's just going to be like, "Well, who cares? It's Kyrie. He's so fucking good." So.
What if it was already bad to begin with, and him leaving had nothing to do with them wanting Harden, and now they got Harden, who he doesn't want to play with. Now the situation, you're fucking throwing gasoline on the fire, and it's going to continue to get worse. I'm having my doubts that you're going to see. Because like I said, I don't think he wants to play anymore. Or at least he wants to just go about his, like, show up every now and then when he wants to, and it doesn't fucking work that way.
It doesn't work that way with any job, really.
Yeah, and obviously, like, I'm tying the Celtics in with them. That's a team that I was like, I don't think the Celtics are getting past them. I don't know if this Harden move changes the way I feel. Like, if it, like, makes me think that the Celtics have a worse chance of beating them, because I think that the chance if Kyrie comes back that they're going to implode is even higher now.
Yeah, okay, I could agree with that.
Like, if Kyrie comes back and it works out somehow, then this team's going to the finals, no doubt.
Right, but I think we're all in agreement on. I feel like the Nets would be better with just KD and Harden at this point.
I agree. I mean, they're
with a non-glamorous third option.
Yeah.
Like if it was still Karis LeVert.
Yeah.
Like them two.
Honestly.
Yeah. But, I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. Going to be an interesting next month of NBA basketball.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well,
with
how many games are even happening? Because the Celtics have now had 3 games get postponed. Who knows if they're going to play on Friday? I know another game, the Suns game, got postponed tonight. They're happening all around the league. Are you starting to get a little concerned here?
The NBA is in trouble. I think the NBA is in trouble. I think the season will go on, and I think they're going to just try to, adapt and overcome whatever challenges are, thrown in their face. But with everything that's happening so early in the season already, I mean, we're, 12, 15 days in?
I'm torn, but sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you were done. I'm torn on it, but in my opinion, I think it's a big product right now. It's the NBA. I think it's going to be kind of like the show will go on type situation. They're going to slap Band-Aids on where they can and that. But one thing that does concern me on the whole, like maybe not total cancellation of the season, but maybe like a month break or something like that is you got these players coming out and speaking against the new rules that they've that. The commissioner's name, Adam Silver, has put in. You saw what they were.
Yeah, you can't touch on free throws. You can't hug before after games.
And the stuff after games, like they're not allowed to go out again. Like they're supposed to just go home here. It's kind of like they're getting a bubble treatment, just not in the bubble. And you had George Hill come out and say like, I'm a grown man. I'm going to do what I want.
Okay, well then you're not going to have a league if you're not going to abide by the rules. And one bad week. No,
I was just saying. Then Lillard said something like, kind of, he didn't take such a strong stance as Hill, but he's like, we may be making good money, but these type of restrictions do like get to a guy like us.
Certainly, I mean, I could understand that, and I respect that. I don't expect people to put their whole lives on hold, but at the same time, you're a professional basketball player, and if that's what you're expected to do for, however many months this season is, then it's like, what's the alternative? You go play in the bubble again in Orlando?
Yeah, well, it comes down to kind of like what RJ was about to say. Do these guys want to do this or not? Like, the ball's going to end up being in their court.
You gotta be,
either you're going to play with restrictions or you're not going to have a season.
You got to sacrifice a little bit here. You're not going to have a season.
Yeah.
Because if you're not in the bubble, like it worked because they were in the bubble.
Yeah.
And there weren't all these distractions out there. And I think one bad week is okay. But if this turns into a couple bad weeks.
Or a month,
How are you going to reschedule a dozen games?
Right.
Like if a team has to reschedule, like, are you going to have to shorten it somehow? But then how do you do that in a fair way?
Someone did say that one alternative reality of the playoff with this whole thing coming down would be some teams will have 5 to 6 more games or even 10 more games than other teams. And it's going to be a winning percentage thing, which, I'm all right with it. It's a little unfair, but it's a weird season.
Some teams could end up getting screwed. They might have to play 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
Like 3 nights in a row.
Right. And at what point is that winning percentage kind of like, where does it get iffy?
Because if you have 10 less games.
10 less games is quite a difference. Any team could go, 9-1 in their last 10 games. Any team could go 2-8 in their last 10 games. So it does seem a little.
So I don't know if you've seen this like contact tracing that they have.
No, I haven't.
That is just, in my opinion, a little over the top. So Bradley Beal got pulled from Saturday's game after the Celtics and Wizards play Friday night because Tatum tested positive on Saturday, and Beal and Tatum were seen like hugging after the game. That is fine, but then they have like these weird like if you're guarding a guy for a certain amount of time that tests positive, that you need to be taken out of the game, like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That, in my opinion, I get you're being safe, which is fine. But if you're going to try and be that safe, you're going to have all these games get canceled. And it's going to come to the point where you're going to have to roll the dice. The NFL, love them, like it or not, they went for it, and they're about to have their season done. They have 3 more weekends of football left, 7 more games. If you're going to be really cautious about this, that's fine. You're concerned about people's health. But be prepared to have a lot of cancellations because I think you're being a little over top of the whole contact tracing.
Yeah, and I mean the NFL, it's a lot easier for them to reschedule a game because they have 1 game each week, whereas these guys are playing 3 or 4 games a week, and their contact tracing is based on what they see on camera, based on like if a guy's like you said, if a guy's guarding somebody for an extended period of time during a game. So are they not going to talk about like Tatum, what goes on in a locker room where nobody sees what's happening?
I'm going to guess they have somebody working for them that sits in front of goes back and does all this research when someone that tested positive to see who he was in contact with. And like I respect them trying to be safe, but
totally, yeah. I mean, I there's no right answer to any of that.
I just don't want this season to get to the point where it's just so ridiculous where you've got, like you said, teams playing 10 less games. Like, that will affect seeding at the end of the day. And like I said, I'm a seeding guy. I believe seeds matter, home court matters. And I just think it's going to turn into a funky season here if they don't turn things around here in the next week or two.
Some prominent executive, or it was an anonymous quote, but it was from someone in the league that is prominent. They went on record saying that you thought last year was like an asterisk ring. This is going to be much more of an asterisk ring.
Yeah, I mean,
which is unfortunate. It is.
I think it always depends, like, who wins. So like, if the Lakers were to win or the Nets, it's almost like you don't, because they could win in a regular season. But I get what you're saying. So I don't know. I hope. I haven't heard anything if the Celtics are playing on Friday night. I hope so. Because then you're at 4 games to get rescheduled.
So Tatum and Brown would still be out, right?
Yeah. So they're gonna have 8 guys.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate,
and that's what I'm saying too.
I think the NBA will get it under control, though. I really do. I have faith in
having to play with 8 guys. That could lose you a couple of games and change your seed.
I have faith in the people running this league as opposed to some of the other leagues, but we'll see.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, so one of my before I move on to the NFL, like a takeaway I had from around the league is I think you can see, like, right now the standings are very tight, and I think this is going to continue to happen as you see these back-to-backs get played. Because when you have back-to-backs, playing the same team, they split them all the time.
Yep.
So you're going to see, like, I think eventually the better teams will separate themselves, but I think the teams toward the top are going to be close in record, and I think even, like, those teams fighting to get in are going to be close too because you have 10 less games, and it's just, especially when the back-to-backs are at the same place, you're the road team. It's so hard to go into a place and win 2 times in a row, even if you are the superior team.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I don't know why, but I'm sure if somebody ran the numbers, I believe my case would be proven.
Yeah.
So that's just one takeaway I've had from around the league.
A takeaway I've had from around the league is Celtics aside, because I think they look really good, minus the COVID, but I think the Lakers are cementing themselves as the clear favorites once again. They're just winning games and playing really well. And LeBron James is, what is he, 36 now?
Yeah, I think so.
The dude is still doing it, still looking really fucking good. So, he might not be getting as high on his dunks, but I mean, the guy's still putting out his 25, 9, and 9. Like,
do you think the plan is he wants to stay in the league until his son gets in?
I genuinely do.
But do you think then he wants to, like,
force a trade to be on his team?
I don't like that.
Not even. I don't know if that's his end game. He might just want to be in the league at the same time as him.
Can you let the kid live his own life? He has to live in his dad's shadow and play on his team. Like, can't the kid just be an NBA player?
Yeah, I'm sure the kid wants it too.
I don't think LeBron expects, like, well, when my boy gets here, he's going to play. He's going to be on a Laker with me.
No, he might hope for that, but
sure. But I don't
start to look towards his next contract when he sets up his free agency for when Bronny would be eligible for the draft.
Yeah.
How old is that kid now?
He's I think he's 16, maybe 17. So, no, he's not 17 yet. He's 16.
So like sophomore in high school, something like that.
Yeah, might even be going. I don't know, sophomore or junior.
If he's trying to make that happen organically, then fine. If he's a free agent by the time Bronny's in the league and he wants to go play with his kid, then so be it. But
that would be very cool.
You know what I mean? It would be one thing if he was like trying to manipulate a trade to happen in which he would land
like tampering and stuff.
Yeah, like and I don't think that he would try to do that.
I don't think it's that bad for his son, like letting him have. I'm sure they would play together for a season, maybe two, anyways. And I don't think Bronny would have a problem with it because I'm sure it's something that them two have been talking about since Bronny could understand that type of shit.
Since he could dribble a basketball.
Wasn't there some like weird rumor that he was having contact with Larsa Pippen?
Yeah, that was never proven.
That's like pedophilia. Like, what the fuck? Why? Like, people are throwing that around. Like, I'm like, this kid's like 16 years old, and she's like, what, fucking 50?
40-something, yeah.
Like, what the fuck? That
you saw
chick is tapped.
You saw LeBron's mom, her post? And
no.
Yeah, she was just like, it was pretty like intimidating post, and then like LeBron like put his own little caption on her post, and it was like, y'all done fucked up. Like, you don't want to anger her mama bear or something like that.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
All right. You got anything else, Andy? You good to move on to?
No, I mean, other than, I do like that, this blockbuster deal got other players moved around the league. I'm excited to see Oladipo go play in Houston, honestly.
Not me.
I like Oladipo. Yeah, I know, but I mean...
I think the Pacers just got better. That's what I'll say from this. I think the Pacers just got better. I think LeVert right now is a better player overall than Oladipo, and he might be more of what they need.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
LeVert looks awesome lately.
Yeah, but I mean, Oladipo, John Wall, and Boogie, I know we just kind of laughed at that.
It should be Depot, John Wall, and Christian Wood, but I get what you're saying.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Even
that,
even those four players, that's a solid core to have a team.
Yeah, you still got Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker kicking around, but
we'll see. I think Houston will be okay. I mean,
I could see a case of like these guys play motivated and want to prove something.
Yeah, I don't think they're I don't think that they're going to be that great, and I don't know.
Probably won't make the playoffs in the West.
I don't know that they're trying to be that great, especially if they. I don't know, like when they're eligible to swap picks or anything. If that's like
I have no clue what the rules are to
anything,
those.
But
beats us.
So, yeah, like you said, kind of a underwhelming super wild card weekend.
Yeah.
I thought the weekend started off great.
Yeah.
Bills, Colts. Like I said, I thought that game should have been a primetime game.
Couple snooze fests.
I thought the Titans
it was a pretty
Ravens
good game.
was a pretty good game. But other than that,
even though you knew the Bucs were going to win all along, that was a decent game, too.
I didn't know that they were going to win all.
If
Alex
no, but like RJ is saying, like we were over here thinking we had these amazing matchups, going to be like a sick weekend of football, and it underwhelmed a little bit.
I will admit, I was kind of throwing the idea out that Washington was going to give the Bucs more of a fight than I think you guys had initially thought.
Well, I picked the Skins to cover.
Yeah,
or football team. Rather.
But I was impressed to see the Bucs hang. What did they put up? 33?
31, I think, to 23 was the final score.
Yeah, that's
so
correct.
30-plus points against that. Dude, I mean...
Staunchy, good defense right there.
Washington's defense is great.
Yep.
So, I may have to start switching my tune on the Bucs.
Yeah. Staying on this, on that game, it was cool to see Chase Young and Brady after the game. Like, I didn't expect there to be bad blood when Chase Young said that, and I'm sure Brady didn't either, but, like... they had a nice little chat after.
Player,
Brady's going to send his jersey to him.
You have to have confidence, and like if it's like a corny but true saying. Like if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So like I have no problem with Chase Young calling Brady out, but going up and saying like we should do a jersey swap.
Yeah.
Outside of this,
yeah.
Like, I thought that was cool.
And Brady was one of my best moments of Wild Card Weekend. I thought he played a good game.
Yep, managed well.
Yeah, I think he had freaking Godwin dropped like 5 passes. He had his receivers dropping balls left and right. I thought it was a good game for him. It's not so much a game that like I'm going to give him like a bunch of credit for because it's a game that they definitely should have won. But I still think that he went out there and he just showed that he's got that veteran leadership. He's been there so many times before, and that he's looking like he's going to try to carry that team.
Buy Buccaneers stock right now, baby. But hey, before we get off that on that jersey or on that little young Brady situation, since he's like a rookie and he's arguably the best rookie, I'm sure that little thing honestly made Brady smile. But like, if that's like some veteran defensive end, like if that's Aaron Donald saying that before their matchup, he's like, I want Brady. I'm sure that would be a little different. He'd probably be like, chomping at the bit, a little salty.
Definitely.
So one of my worst moments is, first of all, just the Seahawks-Rams game. I thought that game was horrible. I thought it was boring.
Seahawks are one of my worst, too.
I think Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson, you have the one Super Bowl ring. You then have the other Super Bowl appearance. Since then, the team has not been to an NFC Championship game. And Pete Carroll blew that Super Bowl. They would have 2 rings right now if it wasn't for that horrible play calling. And I just think people need to hold these guys more accountable. Like, they've been underachievers the last 6-7 years.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if you can say that they've been. I mean, they've won their Division 5 of the last 11 years that Pete Carroll has been there. So, you know, dude, it's so hard to win in this league. Already.
Okay, but when you have a top
That's a very
3
good
quarterback in the league, at some point you have to get to the Super Bowl again. You have at least a conference championship game.
I understand. I'm not totally disagreeing with you, but like the fact that they've had continued success every year, it's not like they've gone out and they've looked like shit and they've only won like 9 or 10 games.
So you're saying like since the NFL, it's so hard to do this in like,
It's
and
so
they still
hard to
have
win
that
in the NFL.
marginal success of division championships, winning records. That maybe there doesn't need to be such accountability.
Yeah, and us as Patriots fans may be a little blind to it because, you know, for the last 20 years, we've made it look easy to get to the Super Bowl.
No, and everything you guys said is fine, but how long are you okay with that? When do you want to take that next step and actually go win a fucking Super Bowl?
And that's the point. Like that's the area in which I agree with you.
I just get frustrated because
they should at least be winning more playoff games.
There's way too many great quarterbacks that have not gotten to, like, Aaron Rodgers only has 1, Drew Brees only has 1, Wilson only has 1. And, like, these coaches get rewarded these great quarterbacks. And let's be honest, Pete Carroll was a nobody in the NFL before Russell Wilson rolled up. He was a nobody when he coached the Patriots.
Relatively small sample size, though.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
So was Bill Belichick before he got Tom Brady.
I mean, that's fair, but, I think you have to...
Pete Carroll had prestigious college resume, though, arguably one of the best college coaches of all time.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily translate to the NFL, because look what Nick Saban did with the Dolphins.
I know, but I'm not going to sit here and... Because he also got a very young Russell Wilson. So I think, if anything, you owe Pete Carroll a lot for Russell Wilson's success, not vice versa.
But so also, those early teams are built on defense.
Yes.
So do you have to start moving back towards that way? You know, like starting to build that defense again? Because the defense was an issue this season.
Shitty.
It was bad.
Terrible.
They kind of got better as the year went on, but they still were probably, bottom 10 defense in the league, something like that. And I just think
it's a pretty bad look to lose that game at home against Los Angeles. Was that their third string backup?
So Goff came in the game, but he had his thumb was fucked up.
Throw the ball.
He was like under 50% passing, and so was Wilson. Like the game was so sloppy.
Yeah.
And I just think that to kind of hold Russell Wilson accountable here, like you're one of the best quarterbacks in the game, you have to go out and win that game. And I understand that his offensive line fucking sucks, but you coming into the game, it sucks. Get rid of the ball faster. Now it's on him and the offensive coordinator. Get the ball out fast if the offensive line is bad.
I know, but tip your cap to Los Angeles. I know that they've had their hiccups along the way, but I think back in like week 10 or week 11, we were talking about how well-rounded Los Angeles was looking as a team. Like they have a competent offense and a very good defense, and that defense definitely showed up and helped them win that game this past weekend. But I mean, there's no getting around it. It was a game that Seattle should have won, and pretty embarrassing that they did lose it.
So, like, to the Browns and Steelers game, one of my best moments is the Browns getting their first playoff win in 20-something years, and my worst is the Steelers. Like, this team is all talk, no bite. And you have fucking Claypool running his mouth on TikTok saying, oh, it's whatever. The Browns are going to get clapped.
Browns is the Browns. Yeah.
There's another coach that has, like, no control of his team. He needs to get these young guys to just shut their fucking mouth and play football. Like, Juju being like, same old, like, I'm going to stop doing my fucking TikTok dances. But, now I'm going to run my mouth and give,
This is like an all-time joke of a team. You have that 11-0 start. Well, just all things considered, the 11-0 start to the 12-4 finish. You got the TikToking all year. You got the stupid comments in the media. The first round playoff. I guess I won't call it a choke, but as an 11-0 team, even though you finished 12-4, you gotta go and win a playoff game. I feel bad for Big Ben because he's probably being a good guy in the locker room. Like he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna let these guys do their thing. They're young, they'll learn. But it's not really all fun and games for him because that was probably his last game ever. Like you saw him wearing it on his face after the game.
Yeah,
maybe he should get his fat ass on an elliptical. Looks like a fucking beached whale in the pocket.
He's always been a big boy.
He's not been that big.
No, he's been big, and it always used to help him. But now that his joints and
Yeah, he's
bones
old
are
now,
hurt, and
yeah.
now it doesn't really help him. It just
But it
hurts
does.
him.
It speaks to the culture.
The dude
that
had Tommy
exists.
John, so
It speaks to the culture that exists in Pittsburgh, and at this point, if Mike Tomlin hasn't figured out that he needs to change the locker room and change the culture of
this
that
has been an
team,
issue for many years now.
Yeah.
Dating back to before
They've had-
these guys.
Dating
had
back to
so
AB almost.
Yeah.
They've had so much talent on that team for pretty much as long as Pittsburgh has been one of the rivals for the Patriots throughout the years, and during the last 20 years that the Patriots have gone on their incredible run, Pittsburgh has always been involved in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's funny that we're talking about them now because, in my opinion, the Mike Tomlin era and the Pete Carroll era are the AFC NFC equivalent almost. They both have that one ring, and the Steelers have division titles and a lot of like close
They've
moments.
been good. They've been a good organization.
Yeah,
but
Could you almost say the same thing with the Saints too?
yeah, you could.
You got a good quarterback, supposed to have a
Yeah.
good coach, and you win all these regular season games and then always fall short.
Yeah, and with the one ring. So
Yeah.
that's not all these teams can be Brady and Belichick. But no, you're not wrong.
And talking about like in game, so Browns Steelers, the Steelers have all the momentum, and like the Browns are looking like they're gonna choke this game away, and the Steelers have a 4th and 1 from like the 50, and you punt.
If they score a touchdown there, they cut it to 5.
Yes.
yeah,
so what?
that was probably the worst.
How about some fucking balls? Like, do you not have like a good understanding of what's going on? Like they're playing nervous now.
How
like,
uncharacteristic of Mike Tomlin, though.
go for the fucking it's the playoffs and go for it.
Yeah.
And then they get torched. Chubb has like some 50-yard receiving
Yeah.
touchdown. So you get what you deserved. I just think you can't let them get that momentum back. You had them on the fucking ropes, and you let them slip away.
I got a best and a worst moment, and they're both player moments. Start with my best. Heineke from Washington. I think he's a gamer. I know it's a small sample size, but the players were hyping him up before this game because I know Chase Young tweeted, or he might have looked at the camera and said, like, Heineke's the real deal. I don't know how many times he played in the regular season. Did he play maybe week 17?
I don't know.
I don't know, but either way.
Wouldn't it be cool if he was like on the Patriots practice squad or something?
He showed some balls in that game. He had that sick touchdown run where he sprawled out for the
You get why I
pylon.
said that, right?
Yeah, because
He was.
he was.
He was on the
I did
Patriots
not know
practice
that at
squad.
all.
Yeah,
So I guess I
like
didn't get why he said
2 or
that.
3 years ago. He was on it when we had Brissett and Garoppolo.
Well, that explains why
Well,
he's
yeah.
off
So
it,
I'm not
but
gonna,
another
hate
best.
on Bill for that.
My other best player moment would be Antonio Brown, who had another big game, and it looks like he's finally getting himself
stride.
under control a little bit. You're not hearing about his antics anymore, and he's playing really well in the field, so that was good. And my one worst, going off of that Seahawks team, was DK Metcalf having that temper tantrum on the sideline in the first quarter of the game.
6 minutes into the game.
I don't
this
even.
dude's
Do we
losing
even
his
know
mind.
what it was over?
I don't know if he was
think
because
he
they
was
weren't
just
throwing him the
frustrated.
ball.
Frustrated was he not? I swear to God, it better not have been. He wanted more targets because
Jalen Ramsey's living rent free in that head.
Ramsey locked him down.
Yeah,
Jalen
that
Ramsey
dude
had
is
a
a
fucking great
stud.
game, and it was shortly after he had his tantrum that Wilson connected with him on a long touchdown.
yeah, he still had 2 touchdowns,
but yeah, that was not a
it's
good
just
look.
a bad look, man. You gotta. I know you're a rook or second year now, right?
Who?
DK.
Second year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But come on.
I think he even said at one point, like, I gotta kind of walk it back and understand that it's a team game, and he's like, but I'm just so hungry to do what I can for my team, and like I want to go out there and make big plays for my team. It's
Right.
like, all right,
It's understandable, but
yeah.
My last worst moment is Jesse picking the Bears.
that's fair. Hey, if that dude catches that fucking ball,
Could be a different game.
Could be a different
We're talking
game.
about an entirely different game.
7-7 there.
I'm not kidding. One of the worst drops I've ever seen.
That
It was
bad.
in the breadbasket.
in the
was
playoffs
bad.
too against the Saints on the road.
Yeah,
That was
tough.
It was a trick play too,
Mitch
and he was
Trubisky
wide
put it
open. Like
on the money, so that's
No,
tough.
I mean,
but yeah,
each of us are making that catch.
I'll
Like,
take the
that's
L
tough,
there.
dude.
I'll take the L there though.
hey, you got to risk it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's preview some of this games coming up this weekend. So first up, we have the Rams and Packers.
Upset.
You think so?
Yep.
LA will be at Green Bay.
No chance.
What comes down, so I think the Rams defense is obviously legit, is what's Goff's health like? Because
Yeah.
they're still going to have to score the football.
He looked all right.
Did he? He was on, his completion percentage was bad.
I thought he looked. I didn't think he looked
Really?
good.
They weren't letting him, they were being very limited. Like, it was
He
like
still
3rd
had
and
2
11 and they
touchdowns,
were
right?
running it.
I saw him make a couple good balls.
Just
I don't know.
throwing
Well, the other
game,
thing
though.
is Cooper Kupp going to be healthy?
True. What
is
did
he
he do
hurt
to
too?
himself?
His knee was fucked up in that
Yeah,
game.
that's right.
I thought he had potentially
Yeah, I think you're
torn
right.
something in his knee.
He probably is out.
He's
then.
probably done.
But
Isn't Aaron Donald banged up too?
Yeah, Aaron Donald also got hurt, and
Donald
it
will
looked
play.
like an abdominal.
I think Donald
injury.
will play. The story of this matchup for me is going to be that suspect Packers defense versus the Rams running game. Because Cam Akers is coming off another $175 on the total yards.
Yeah,
I think he's my start him this week, but I
like
think
it.
he's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
And I just
And
you know
that he's going to get fed the ball a lot because especially if Goff's thumb is still not great, then
and when you have Ramsey to be able to shadow Adams, and you got to take into account that the Packers also have a history of coming up short and choking in the big games. So I don't know. I got an upset brewing. I'm gonna go get some fucking water.
I'm going Packers, but I easily
Packers
could
in
see
that
an
game.
upset happening. I think Sean McVay needs to start being considered as one of the best coaches in the league. I think
plus 265 on the money line.
they're plus 6.5.
Yeah, that's a bit high.
I think a lot of that has to probably do. I love when he talks from the stairs.
yeah, right.
I think a lot of that probably has to do with Goff's health. Like if he can't throw the ball, he can't throw the ball.
Yeah,
And you have little midget
if the
Wolford
Rams,
come in.
If the Rams were fully healthy, if Cooper Kupp didn't get banged up, and I don't know the status of Aaron Donald, but I would still take the Packers. But with all of that being considered, I'm all in on the Packers. I've been all in on the Packers.
Yeah, true. You have them going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think I still think that they're probably the second best team left in the playoffs, both in both conferences.
Yeah. All right. So you're going. Yeah. Packers.
Yeah, I just don't think the Rams are going to be able to keep up with them offensively.
I don't either. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Yeah.
For me. All right. So next up, we have so it's a 4:00 start, 8:00 start on Saturday, and 3 and 6 on Sunday. I like that. I like the 3 and 6 on Sunday. Like I don't want a 1 and 4 on Sunday. I like the 2, they do for the NFC and AFC championship games. So yeah, the night game is Baltimore at Buffalo. This is my game to look forward to the weekend. I love the way Lamar Jackson looked for Baltimore. I loved the way Josh Allen looked for the Bills. I loved that Bills-Colts game. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, Josh Allen came out and balled out. Again, both quarterbacks who had question marks coming into the playoffs because,
Both from the same rookie class, too.
Yes, and obviously, Lamar's been trying to get it off his back, like this notion like, oh, well, let's see him win a playoff game. And Josh Allen looked like a bonehead in his playoff game last year. So it was good to see both those dudes go out and ball out and have a good week, but I'm sticking with my Bills here too.
I think this game is going to have a lot of points. I think you were kind of like the Colts-Bills game wasn't a shootout by any means, but I think it was totals 50.
Still hit the over.
Yeah, I think that these teams you're going to see some points in this one on Saturday, and I'm rolling with Baltimore. I think Baltimore is going to go in there and beat them.
They're cruising right now, and
hot.
that running game is unreal. Yeah, I want to pick Baltimore just because I feel like they have it in them and they're hungry, but I'm going to stick with the Bills. I'm riding with my team.
My man.
Also, though, Indianapolis could have won that game if Frank Reich isn't leaving all these points.
Yeah.
He's going for it on 4th and goal from the 5.
Yeah,
that's
that
so
was-
dumb because you can't run the ball. They know you're
Yeah.
throwing.
Yeah.
So you just sit back in the zone in the fucking end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was dumb. They went for 2 at one point, 2 and missed it. So they left. And Josh Allen had a bad fumble late, which pushed him out of field goal range. And I'm sold on Josh Allen. I think the kid's talented, with no doubt. But hopefully this isn't a thing where at the end of the games he gets a little tight and he fumbles. We saw it last year.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be another tight one. So I'm looking forward to this one. But yeah, I'm going with the Ravens.
I sort of understand Frank Reich's rationale into all right, well, if we're gonna keep up with a team like the Bills, then we gotta score touchdowns. Field goals aren't gonna cut it. But at what point are you just leaving too many points out on the field?
Still, it was a chip shot, an easy 3 points, and they were already
Wasn't
up.
there another
They were already
situation
up.
where they went for 2 maybe, or they did something?
Yeah. So they were kicking the extra point. They got it, but then there was an offside, so they took
So
the
they
penalty
decided
and
to
went
go
up to
from
go
the
for
one.
2.
Yeah.
And they missed it. So you're just leaving points on the board.
He is a good coach in my opinion.
I
though.
agree too. I do like Frank
Yeah.
Reich. I just don't think those are great decisions.
Staying on them before we move on, Phillip Rivers, is he the quarterback for the Colts next year, or yes or no?
I don't think he's gonna play again.
I think he's coming back.
I'm going to say yes.
I don't know if it's
I don't
Colts
think
or
that
not,
they
but
should bring him back. I think they should try and move on if there's anybody else out there.
Yeah.
I think if he does play, it's going to be for another team.
Yeah, I think he'll be back next year. I don't know if it's with the Colts.
But I think the move is if you bring him back, draft somebody. Don't you want to start developing for the future?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's got a year left in a max.
They still have Brissett.
Mentally, he's there.
He's not the
Mentally, he's
quarterback of
there,
the
but his
future.
arm is his arm's definitely dwindling.
Yeah. Why didn't Brissett come in for the Hail Mary at the end of the game like they've been doing all year?
What, did he not even make it to
The 10?
Yeah.
Like he made it to like the 7. It wasn't even fucking close.
Oh, that actually, if they had completed that, I would have lost my bet. So I was shitting my pants when that was in the air.
All right, next up we have the Chiefs-Browns. The Browns are actually 10-point underdogs
10
going
point
into that Sunday
dogs.
night game. I think so. I'm picking Kansas City. However, I do think there's a path to victory for the Browns. You have this great running game. If you can really establish the run and keep that offense
Get an
off the
early
field,
lead.
yes, and you can just keep pounding the rock. That's kind of what they did with Pittsburgh. Like Mayfield didn't have to do a lot. He just kept feeding Chubb and Hunt. So I think if they can do that, I think they're going to hang in there and they could potentially win the game. However, I'm rolling with the Chiefs. I just think there's too much firepower.
You know,
on
like
offense.
when the Steelers were on that comeback trail, the Chiefs are going to make that comeback.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was
The
going to say.
Browns' defense
if you're
is
gonna
not
let,
good enough.
If you're going to let Big Ben throw... Didn't Big Ben throw for
500 yards, NFL record in playoffs or regular season, 47 completions.
And 4 touchdowns.
Yep.
So you almost let Big Ben and that offense come back and steal the game from you. If you get up big against the Chiefs are going to turn it on. I mean, it's like
look
we
what
saw
happened last year. Yeah,
with,
go ahead. Yeah,
against Houston.
Exactly.
They were down 24-0, and then they scored like
30 straight points,
40 straight.
Yeah. Something crazy. Yeah, I'm rocking with the Chiefs, but the Chiefs actually were one of the worst teams against the spread this year, so I do think
Browns
Cleveland
will cover for sure.
It's a lot of points. It's a lot of points in a playoff game. I just think
I think the Chiefs have only won by 1 score like in most of their games.
Yeah, a lot of games for sure.
I feel like Cleveland's defense is like it should be good if you look at it on paper, but I mean, didn't they give up like 50 fucking points to Baltimore on Monday Night Football like a few weeks ago? So I know they didn't have Ward that game, but that's another game. I think it's all going to be all good games. I mean, I said this last weekend, so I hope I'm not wrong again. But on paper, they're all good matchups.
Yeah. Taking the Chiefs, but I'm rooting for my Browns.
All right, last game of the weekend, we have the
Bucks and Saints.
The Bucks and Saints. In my opinion, you could be saving the best for last.
Yeah, I think so. I'm
I said,
rocking with the Bucks.
Like I said last week, can the Saints beat the Bucks 3 times? Especially when the Saints were asking to choke that game away on Sunday too. They did not impress me.
No.
I'm rocking with the Bucks.
Yep.
The Bucks are going to the conference championship. I think the Saints once again they're not a playoff team for some reason. They've got too much choke in them.
Yeah.
I think, however, I mean, the Saints blew them out the last time they played. If they blitz and get to Brady, the Bucks are going to lose this game. They have to protect Brady. If they don't, Bruce Arians needs to get his head out of his ass, and the offensive game plan needs to be get the ball out fast, protect Brady for a couple seconds, get the ball out. Because if they have him drop back, look downfield, that defensive line is going to get there, and they're going to hurt him and sack him, and it's going to be a repeat of what happened earlier in the season.
Yeah.
So
I think the offensive line steps up. They seem hungry. They're full of. They have some studs on that line.
I mean, Brady's been king against the blitz his whole career too.
I think they know what's at stake when they have a guy like Tom Brady. And you see, I've seen some mic'd up clips of Brady talking with the offensive line. They seem like they have a really good relationship.
It's just a middle of the pack offensive line, and the thing is, they almost don't have to step up. If, like I said, they get the ball out fast.
Which I'm sure they will, especially with AB cooking the way he is.
But yeah, I'm going with the Bucks. Like I said, I wasn't impressed with this. I mean, I think the Saints could easily win this game, but it's going to be a really good game.
Guaranteeing a Gronkowski touchdown.
Did he do much on Sunday?
Not really.
I would expect a big game out of Gronk, especially like the narrative we're talking about. If Brady has to get the ball out quick, Gronk's a good, quick, easy target.
Look for Gronk and AB.
I was just going to say AB in the slot. And hopefully Godwin doesn't have this playoff choke in him. I guess
I'd like to think that he could get rid of those jitters.
I saw some crazy stat that all his entire career he's only dropped 4 balls, and then he dropped 4 in one game. That's crazy.
Yikes!
Got a little Wes Welker in him. So that's gonna do it for this weekend. Do you guys have a game you're most looking forward to? I'm
definitely looking forward to that last one we just talked about. That's probably the one I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah, me too.
Last one,
Saints,
Bucks
Bucks.
Saints.
Bucks Saints.
Did you see that picture?
I'm disappointed that it's Sunday night. I'm like so excited for it. I wish it was Saturday, but
Yeah, but
that's all right.
it'll be nice to see that one as the
Yeah.
last game.
I kind of like that they're starting off with the Packers Rams because that's like the least game that I'm looking forward to. I still think it's gonna be a great game, but I'm mostly looking forward to those other 3 games.
Yeah.
But all right, let's get to our betting segment of the week. Parlay of the week for me. I'm going all football. I like Rams 6.5 versus Green Bay. I like Tampa Bay +3. I mean, Jesse, you could do like a plus money parlay if you really looked into it somehow.
I've got one cooking actually.
Oh, okay.
Partially.
And then I have the over 50 of the Bills and Ravens.
Yep.
25 pays out 150.
Mine is I also have the over 50 in that game. I think it's really low.
I just think that game could turn in like the way the Bills sling the ball, the way Jackson runs, like they could.
One of those teams is scoring in the 30s.
Even if it's looking like the under is going to hit, like just like that,
Dang.
each team could score a touchdown, and it's just like you're in the money.
So I have that over, and then I have 2 plus money lines. I have the Rams and I have the Bucks. 25 pays out 380.
I like it.
Yeah, maybe me and
What'd
Andy
you
will
say
have to
it
go
pays
in on
out?
that. 25 to win 380.
Damn.
So I'm gonna go against what you guys are saying. I think the Packers are gonna cover 6.5.
Okay.
I'm just too high on the Packers right now, and I just don't trust the Rams to keep up offensively. So Packers to cover 6.5, Bucks money line, and the Browns to cover 10 against the Chiefs. 25 will win you 198.
All right, I like that too.
Okay,
Sorry, with my parlay, it's just like you get through that. If somehow the Rams pull off the miracle, you're really looking at a potential $400 pullback.
Yeah.
Needing
very
Bucks
true.
money line in that over.
Yeah.
We might have to dooce that one.
That's
maybe.
why I like
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'd be down for it because I don't want to pick the Rams.
Well, we can just still do it anyways.
Well, that's like the last weekend. Cleveland was +2 something. So like that was easy money to be won right there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, my lock of the week is Rams 6.5 over the Packers. I think they're gonna hang in there.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
lock?
I think it's gonna be a field goal game.
Ugh.
My lock is that over that we were talking about, Bills Bucks.
Okay. Fantasy wise,
You don't have a lock?
oh
I
yeah.
don't have a lock.
All right.
Fantasy wise, like we're talking obviously DraftKings, DFS. I went with Hollywood Brown last week. I'm gonna go with him again.
How did he do for you last week?
I was in a showdown. Well, I think he put up like 25 something.
Did he
like
have a
that.
touchdown?
No, he didn't. But he had a lot of
catches,
yeah.
a lot of yards.
I was in just a showdown mode for that Ravens Titans game Sunday. Out of 33,000 people, I came in 92nd, $125.
That's awesome.
And I was one Gus Edwards touchdown at the end of the game away from probably winning like a couple $100.
Awesome.
So other lineups didn't do anything though. But yeah, so yeah, that's my sleeper.
For my DFS stardom, I got Travis Kelce because I could picture a scenario where the Browns get out to some kind of early lead and then the Chiefs just absolutely go sicko mode.
Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of those two weapons there. Hitler.
And this might fly in the face of what I was saying about the Packers, but I'm probably sit Aaron Jones this week, just because I think if Aaron Rodgers is going to beat the Rams the way that I expect him to, I think he's going to have to do it through the air, and he's been doing it all damn year. So.
Yeah.
See, I'm actually sitting Rodgers, and I'm starting Diggs. Especially if you're doing any type of showdown mode, you need to have Diggs in there because if you look at a winning lineup, I think Diggs is just gonna
always there.
He's gonna get a touchdown or two,
Or he's
going
gonna
to
have 7-8 catches. The dude gets targeted like 15 times a game.
Yeah.
So my stardom, I already mentioned it, Cam Akers. I mean, I think that their game plan is going to be sort of similar to Cleveland's, like they're going to try and get up that early lead and sit on it with the running game. So, and the Packers definitely aren't known for their defense this year. It actually has been a little shitty.
Yeah, I can see Cam getting
20 carries,
20 carries plus like 5 or 6 catches to go along with that.
My sit-em, it's a bold one here. I'm sitting Devontae Adams. It's funny we all picked a different Packer. Jalen Ramsey, he's going to be on that guy like glue.
Dude, you know what?
We'll see. We'll see just how good he is.
DK has been one of the better receivers this year, but nobody's been able to stop Devontae Adams.
We shall see.
But remember, we're talking about daily, so even if Adams has Ramsey doesn't shut him down as much as Jesse's saying, he still might not be worth the value you're going to get him at. Like, he's going to probably be an expensive
$10,000.
Yeah, something like that on DraftKings. And those lineups, I suck so bad at daily fantasy. It's
he's
hysterical.
Almost guaranteed to get you a touchdown.
We'll see.
Even if he doesn't go for over 100 yards receiving.
And my sleeper is AB.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's get to our picks against the spread, and then we'll get to trivia with Norman.
Alrighty.
So how are we gonna FaceTime him in? What's your phone at, Jesse? Is it low?
I made my phone, even though it's at 40, it goes down like a percent.
So we'll
every 10
FaceTime him on
seconds.
mine, but I'm gonna send you my list of questions. You know what I mean? And then you just hand it to me, and I'll read mine.
Yep.
So I'll do that actually while Jesse's
All right.
reading
So
it.
through the 6 games last week, I had a 2-3-1 week, and as did Andy, 2-3-1, and RJ had a good week at 4-1-1. We all pushed on the Bucks Skins game.
That's a big push for our race because you think the Skins cover that, we're tied, and if the Bucks cover,
Up 2.
up 2. So that was a big push.
Yeah, it was a big push. So the adjusted records we're sitting at now. I am 45-39-2. I have a 1-game lead over RJ, who's 44-40-2. Andy's coming in at 37-47-2.
Doesn't really matter what Andy's playing.
So he's
There's
out.
always next year.
He's out on the title here, but he can still finish strong. We got 5 games left. Me and RJ are separated by 1, so we'll see how that goes. But
What do you mean 5 games left?
you got the 4 wild cards and.
So 7.
Oh yeah, 7. Yep. Sorry. After this,
good.
yeah. I don't know why I said that.
Well, this week is probably make or break.
Potentially, unless we're still within a game or tied.
True.
All right. So first game, you got Rams versus Green Bay. 6.5 is the spread. I'm gonna stay true to my word and stick with the Rams.
I'm also going with the Rams.
Green Bay.
All right. Next up, we got Buffalo plus 2.5. Or sorry, Baltimore plus 2.5 against Buffalo.
I'm going Baltimore.
I'm gonna go Baltimore as well and be smart about it because
This guy's trying to pick all this. That's what he's going to do the rest of the way. He's just going to pick the same one.
No,
hold
I
this
won't.
1 game lead.
I'm taking Buffalo.
plus money. That's the close one there. I'm gonna Cleveland, Kansas City. I am gonna pick Kansas City. So here's your discrepancy, unless you were low key planning on picking them.
I'll go Cleveland. To be honest, I was probably going to pick whoever you didn't pick.
Yeah,
Cleveland.
And then last we got Tampa Bay plus 3 versus New Orleans. I'm taking Tampa Bay.
I'm also taking the Bucks.
Yeah, Tampa.
So are you picking the Bucks to win? Andy, I don't know if you said it before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they'll beat the Saints.
The big teller will be, can the Chiefs cover 10?
So
We could be looking at a push, honestly, and with 10 points.
Yeah.
there.
So if the Bucks beat the Saints, I think that'd be awesome to see Brady get to play Breeze in the playoffs, and then if the Packers do beat the Rams, to see Brady versus Rodgers in the NFC
Dude, this would be-
And
Championship.
then potentially
This would be-
Mahomes in the
Yeah,
Super
at
Bowl.
Lambeau.
To go through Breeze, Rodgers, and Mahomes would be insane for
Yeah,
Brady.
it would be awesome for his legacy. All right, let's keep this in safekeeping.
All right, we're going to get Norman going here.
Get him on the line.
All right, so just to our call, remember, you don't yell out your answer. You're going to write it on the whiteboard,
Yeah.
which I'm going to grab right now.
All right. Do we still have a marker, or should I be writing it on a piece
there's
of
one
paper?
right there.
All right.
There's a marker right there, so let me get
Oh, we're
Norman.
going to erase our Cam Newton.
Let me get Norman on
We don't
the
need
line.
that guy anymore. Unless you want me to keep it. I take it you want me to not erase it.
Oh.
Get my face out of there.
This guy not going to fucking answer me? Wow, he was already on my shit list. Oh, Norman, didn't think you were going to pick up there for a second.
Jesse, I got you.
No, it's alright. It's good enough. It's good enough. I don't need wetness on it before I use it.
You hear me,
It's
Norm?
good. It's
I
good.
could dry it.
Nope, it's good.
You good?
Alright, now I'm pissed.
Hello?
What's up?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. All right, that we
What's
got.
up, Norm?
What's up?
This is getting a little laggy.
Are you on my Wi-Fi?
I am on your Wi-Fi. We might have to move this to a phone call if it. Norman, can you hear me?
You could do phone
Yes.
I think we're alright. We can make
All
this
right,
work.
so we're gonna try and go with this, but if it gets bad, I'm gonna call you. All right?
Cheap ass Wi-Fi. You guys.
Yeah, he's already cutting out.
All right,
you
go
wanna call him?
phone
All right, I'm
call.
gonna call you. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
It's probably
people
his.
on my
It's
Wi-Fi.
probably his.
Yeah, right.
All right, Norman, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep. All right, that sounds a lot better.
Hey, before we get going, what are your thoughts on the Harden deal?
30 seconds.
They got worse.
They got worse?
Dude, first off, Kyrie is a mental
Yeah.
nutcase and should retire.
Yeah.
And James Harden's too ball dominant, so if Kyrie does come back, it's not going to work.
Wow.
LeVert's going to go off in Indiana.
Agreed. I think the Pacers got better there.
Interesting. I kind of like Oladipo to Houston. New scene for him.
Same. I like that too.
I like the value though of them. You know, Houston is giving up. I like LeVert over Oladipo, but they are getting all those picks back, like a pick or two back. As well.
Dude, Houston got a amount of picks.
Hey, we're on air.
Hey,
Norm.
easy, Norman. With that
Watch
word.
the R word.
Yeah, that's gonna get dropped. But don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Norman, remember, don't blurt out your answer. Okay. So
Yeah, just tell me when I'm ready, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the question, or Andy's gonna say the question. Jesse's going to write his answer down to lock it in. When he's locked in, I will ask you if you're ready to answer the question.
And I just want to clarify, I'm the current champion, correct?
Yes, this is, you're defending the belt right now. Jesse's looking to force the rubber match. You there?
I'm ready with you guys.
All right. All right, Andy.
First question?
First question.
All right,
Remember, Norman, do not blurt it out. Same goes to you, Jesse.
Yep.
I'm going to go with one of RJ's to start it off.
I think RJ wanted to read his.
No, it's fine.
All
You
right.
can do it. You can do it.
All right. I'm going to start with an MLB question. Who won the 2008 World Series?
Norman, if at any point you need me to repeat the question, just let us know if you can't hear.
I'm ready.
All right. Well,
I'm not
we're
ready.
waiting on Jesse. All the silence, let the pressure build.
Oh boy.
Oh, Jesse's
Tough start.
Jesse's already getting nervous.
All right.
Yikes.
You good?
Yeah. I
Is that
submit
what-
my wrong answer.
Where are you locked in though?
Yeah, I'm locked in.
All right, Norman. What do you got?
We got Florida Marlins.
That is
Oh.
incorrect. Jesse put the Rays. That is incorrect. The Phillies beat the Rays in the 2008 World Series. So both 0 for 1 here.
I don't get a half point for being closer than Norman was.
No.
All right. At least you didn't lose one.
Valid.
Next one is going to be one of my questions. You ready, Norm?
Yep.
All right. There's only one athlete to hit an MLB home run and score an NFL touchdown in the same week. He's the same athlete who is the only person to ever play in both the World Series and the Super Bowl.
Ready.
Okay, let me hear it, Norman.
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, you guys both got it.
Jesse also put Deion Sanders. All right, so
1-1.
yep. All right, you can read one of mine now.
Okay. Before Sunday's win over the Steelers, the Browns hadn't won a playoff game since the 1994 season. Who was the coach of that 1994 Browns
Ready.
team?
Ready?
Ready.
Oh, they knew it.
Belichick.
Belichick.
Oh, you guys are paying attention during the Sunday game.
All right, 2-2.
I knew that from the Bill versus Bill documentary.
Thing. Yeah, it was against the
Yeah.
Patriots too. I didn't know that.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Ready.
All right, name 3 of the 4 players to hit their 500th career home run in a Red Sox uniform.
I thought it was baseball questions.
I know, huh?
Fuck. All right, repeat the question.
Name 3 of the 4 players to hit their 500th career home run while wearing a Red Sox uniform.
Oh, Christ.
Is that Kelly in the background looking up the answers?
Don't be on Google, Norman.
No, it's not. I got a little audience, but there's no searching of the answers going on here.
I know she has more integrity than that, so I can trust you.
Exactly.
Who's watching Kelly and Brooklyn Nets Olden?
Brooklyn's in bed right now.
Oh.
I got my soon-to-be father-in-law here with me.
Awesome.
So how about an answer, Norm?
Yeah.
I just need
Ready.
3. You ready? All right. Why don't you start, Norman?
Ortiz,
Yep.
Rice.
Incorrect.
No.
Jesse, let's hear it.
I got Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, and Ted Williams.
Yep. Those are 3 of 4. Did you have another one, Norm, or no?
No,
I was gonna say Ramirez.
I feel like you, once I said that, though, you're like, damn, I should have put that.
I was almost going to ask for all 4, but the 4th one was Jimmy Fox, and I knew
Nobody
you guys probably
would
wouldn't
have
have got that.
By the way, Norman, you said Florida Marlins before. They won the 2003 World Series.
Son of a gun.
Yeah.
With Beckett, right?
Yep, correct.
Okay, so Jesse's up 3-2.
Yep, 4 in.
Okay, RJ's next question. Give me 4 players of the top 6 in receiving yards for the 2020 regular season.
So this past regular season,
season.
yep, I
This
want
season.
4 out of the top 6. And the reason I say 6 is because there's a tie for 5th.
Oh, God.
So 4 to the top 6.
Don't say I'm remember.
Don't just say.
I'm not gonna shout him out.
All right.
I think I'm ready. Yeah.
All right. Well, Jesse's not, so I give Jesse a minute. I'll give you guys a minute or so because this is a kind of a longer one. But yeah. Well, while we're waiting on that, Andy, you guys watch some of the college football championship?
Yeah.
Bad game?
Jesse and I watched.
It was a bad game, though, right?
I mean, it was.
It was good at first.
Yeah.
Are there,
Alabama's too good.
Are there any prospects you want the Patriots to snag?
I don't know that the Patriots can get any of those top prospects at least out of the game that we saw.
All right, I'm locked in.
You good?
Yes.
Okay, Norman.
Fuck. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay.
All right, you first.
All right.
I can't say mine first.
No.
Yeah.
Von Diggs,
Yep.
Hopkins,
Yep.
Travis Kelce,
Yep.
Tyreek Hill.
No.
That is incorrect.
All right, I've got Diggs,
Ooh.
Yep.
Kelsey,
Yep.
DK Metcalf,
No.
Devontae
No.
Adams.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you guys both went 3 for 4.
Oh.
The other ones that weren't named were
Rob
Justin Jefferson, Calvin Ridley, and
I'm gonna
who's the other
forget
one on
Ridley.
there that I have?
We named them all because it was Diggs, Kelsey, Hopkins, Jefferson, Adams, and Ridley.
Damn, son.
You were
And
so
Tyreek
sure
Hill
of
fell out
DK.
like 2 and 3. I thought.
What?
I thought Hill and Kelsey were like 2 and 3 for a while.
Nah, I mean I think Hill was like right like at 7 or 8, something like that. But he definitely was a top 10.
Yep. DK Metcalf was 7th and Tyreek Hill was 8th.
Ugh.
So you guys are at least close. All right,
Yeah.
you're up, Andy. Next question.
Okay. We're sitting at Jesse, still holding the 3-2.
Yep, 5
Lead.
questions in, halfway in.
Okay. Next question. Ready, Norm?
Yep.
What NFL team won the Super Bowl in 2002?
Remember, don't yell it out.
Ready.
Waiting on Jesse.
Ready.
Let's hear it, Norm.
Patriots.
Oh.
Jesse.
Bucks.
Jesse
Over
is
the
correct.
Raiders.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers
No,
is the
no,
No,
correct
they won 03.
No, they won.
No,
Pats
they
won
won
01,
03.
03, 04.
Yep. The 02 season was the Bucks.
I think they won 03.
No, they maybe won it in 2003, but it was the 2002 season.
I thought the same thing at first, Norman.
I want a grammatical challenge on that one.
Well, it can be under protest, but if you
You
lose
really-
by more than 2 questions, it doesn't matter.
You really think I'd be asking you about when the Patriots won a Super Bowl?
I just feel like the Bucks won it. And I don't know. All right, I'll give it to you.
It was 01, 03, 04 for the Patriots.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
first.
yeah.
All right. Jesse's up 4-2.
How many questions left? 4?
Correct.
Yep. Okay, next question. Who won the 2008 NBA Rookie of the Year award?
8.
Don't blurt it out. Let Jesse write his answer down.
8.
So is this the 07-08 season or the 08-09 season?
07-08 season.
The hell?
Jesse's good, so you can give an answer whenever you're ready.
The hell? Oh my god.
I'm not gonna, but I'm gonna say who I actually think it is. I think I got it wrong. But
I'm upset. I should have had this one.
I'll give you another 20 seconds, Norm.
0708. God.
Ten seconds. 5.
Get an answer, Norm.
All right, need an answer.
I don't have one.
You don't have one.
No.
You can't give me a name.
No.
All right, he's done.
Tyreek Evans.
Wrong.
Incorrect.
D Rose.
Nope.
No, that was like
Ooh.
no. Rose was 11. Evans was 13.
There you go, Norm.
Kevin Durant.
Ah, fuck.
I thought that you guys were going to get that one. All right, so Norm's still 2 back with 3 to go here.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
What baseball player was nicknamed Pudge?
These goddamn baseball questions. Christ.
Norm, you were talking a lot of trash in that group text earlier. This is just
I
not the
know.
performance that you needed here. In front of an audience, too. That's right.
Ready.
Remember, you're 1 up. You always have the rubber match.
Yeah. So no matter what.
Yeah,
you know.
you'll be on again. We got to settle the score.
I think they're trying to say that I'm locked in with a correct answer.
Maybe.
Ready.
All right, let's hear it, Norm.
Robinson.
That is incorrect, Jesse. What do you have?
Ivan Rodriguez, the catcher.
That is correct.
Shit.
So that's going to solidify Jesse for victory here in the rematch.
Let's finish these questions, though.
No, we're definitely going to finish him. But hey, like I said, Norman, down the line, we'll have you on again to play Jesse because I want to see that trilogy bout.
Yeah. Next time someone calls in sick, doesn't show up.
All right, for some bragging rights on some of the rest of the questions. Let's see if you can get the next one. What 7-time All-Star won back-to-back scoring titles in 2003 and 2004 in the NBA?
7th. Ready.
Okay, hold on. Jesse's not.
7-time All-Star?
Yeah. Are you on your phone there?
No, my phone's over there. I'm gonna need max time here. I gotta think.
You're already up.
No,
So you're
well,
just-
give me a little bit.
No,
Of time here.
you want.
Yeah, he wants.
His
he
ego.
wants
He
to
needs all the right
finish with a good
answers
record here.
possible. Norman, talk about anything you want to talk about. That's to do with sports. Go.
Talk about anything you want to talk about, man.
I
No,
got Packers Chiefs Super Bowl.
Okay.
I do like the Packers pick.
Who do you like winning that game?
I just can't say I'm beating the Chiefs, to be honest.
That's kind of how I feel too. I just think that they're on another level right now. Mahomes is
Hey,
just too good.
Do have the Bucks over the Saints though.
Yeah, I think that's as a collective show, we also have the same picks.
It's just too hard to beat a team three times in a row.
Yep, that's exactly what I said. Especially when the Saints and Drew Brees are notorious playoff chokers.
So, and they didn't look too good against Chicago.
No, I thought that. I mean, they were asking. Chicago was never going to win that game because they're just not good enough. But like I said, they did not look impressive to me whatsoever. All right, I need an answer here, Jesse.
All right. I mean, I'm wrong, but all right. I'm in.
All right, Norman, let's hear it.
Allen Iverson.
That's
both.
also what Jesse said.
Yeah, both are incorrect though.
I knew Allen Iverson had more than 7 All-Stars. That's why it was
That
a tough
would be
one.
the one, Tracy McGrady.
Oh,
Almost said that.
shit.
Fuck. Oh my god.
Norman, right now you're 2 out of 9. You're like in Peter territory when he was on the show.
Nah, I think I'm in Andy territory.
Yeah, that too. Gifford territory.
Up yours.
Notorious losers.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, last question. Ready?
Yep.
I'll be really impressed if somebody gets this.
This is a very hard one. What was the starting front court of the 2008-2009 Orlando Magic? They lost to the Lakers in the finals. Front court.
Oh,
Front court. Front court, Norman.
Yeah, front court. Not back court, front court.
Thank you. I got two of them. I just need the third.
No. I'm just looking for two.
what are you looking for? Power forward,
Yeah,
center?
exactly. No. I just want
The two forwards.
The two forwards.
Oh, okay.
Why is that not front court?
It is.
No, it is. I feel like center is.
Center is
Yeah.
Is it usually
part of the front
considered?
court,
Oh,
yes.
see, I didn't know that. So I'm just looking for the power forward and the small forward.
And for the Magic team that went to the finals?
Yep, and lost to the Lakers.
All right.
I definitely got one. What was the other? Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
Don't say it.
Don't say it yet. Jesse, we're still waiting for Jesse to lock it in.
Ooh, it's definitely one of them is definitely wrong. Actually,
Can you what?
Can I let him know that we are not including the center? of
Yeah,
the team?
Yeah,
absolutely.
didn't he say?
Did you hear that, Norman? So it's they're looking for small forward, power forward.
yeah, obviously the center would be Dwight Howard.
Yep.
Back when Andrew Bynum was pretty good on the Lakers,
Yep.
or Lamar Odom, OD'd.
Yeah, Lamar Odom was on crack.
Yeah.
He was on crack.
Couple brothels.
Yep. You killing time here, Norman? You got an answer for us?
Oh, I thought we were waiting for Jesse. I'm good.
Oh no, yeah. Sorry,
right,
Jesse's locked in. My fault.
All
let's hear
right, Rashard Lewis
Yep.
and Rafer Alston.
Oof.
That's a good guess. He was on that team. It was Jesse. Go ahead, say
I
it.
had Rashard Lewis and Hito Turkoglu.
So yeah,
Good for you. Good for you guys for getting at least one of those, though.
yeah. I mean,
And me too.
well, yeah.
I just said good for both you guys.
All right, Norm.
For
So
dominating Jesse.
you lost 2-6.
I don't think it was ever said that.
But like I said, you'll be on. You'll be on for the trilogy bout. So any final words before I hang up on you?
No, thanks for having me on again, and
Norman, I'll be pushing for less baseball next time too, buddy.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you guys are going to get baseball.
I only had one baseball question. In my defense,
What was there? 3 or 4 baseball questions?
I had 1, 2.
at least there was no hockey.
Facts.
yeah. That'd be a waste of time because I don't think anybody's getting any hockey at trivia questions. All right, Norm. Thanks for joining us and giving us some of your time. We'll be obviously talking to you soon.
See you,
Yeah,
Norm.
I mean,
Say hi to Kelly for me.
See you, buddy.
I'm straight here.
Hi, Kelly. Bye, Kelly.
That's how you step up right there and you fucking defend it for the show right there.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
That was tough. I did feel bad for him because technically that Super Bowl was won in 2003
Yeah.
because it was February of 2003.
Okay, so that's what I was asking RJ when I created the question because I initially wrote down who won the Super
You
Bowl in
meant the
2003.
Bucks. You meant the Bucks
Yes.
Raiders Super Bowl, though, right?
And I was like, what did the rafter say? And
Yeah.
he said, well, the Patriots rafters is 01, 03, 04.
Correct, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, we should, but the good thing is you won by 4, so
Right.
it doesn't matter. That would have been like, ugh, but
know.
no, I think we're good. But,
I was surprised that you got the Ivan Rodriguez one. That was a good.
yeah, I was actually, because I was like, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think either of them will know that. Yeah, that was good. But, quick off topic for me, I know I shit on Dunkin' Donuts a lot. Granby Dunkin' Donuts have been killing it with my iced coffees. So I just want to give a quick shout out to them.
Nice. One thing, the show, we're going to be doing a JDA Show special, best sports moments of the last decade. It'll be basically all the way up till present time, so like 11 years, not 10. But keep an eye on the Twitter account. We'll be posting moment matchups daily. So yeah.
Are we? So when we post a matchup, are we just gonna are we gonna do a poll based on?
Yeah, it's
Which
going to be a
moment
poll
is better?
between each moment. So 2 options, and then whichever one wins, we'll move on in the bracket, and
So
we'll be doing
are
that.
we gonna have like a listener poll, a listener's bracket plus our own bracket? I think we should put our own bracket together, and then
Yeah, we could maybe work that out. Yeah.
I mean, Jesse worked hours on this today. But, so, like, Are you planning on posting it tomorrow? The first one tomorrow?
Yes. First poll will be posted tomorrow.
Can you preview what tomorrow's ones are going to be, or do you not know
I
yet?
cannot. We haven't come up with those just yet, but
All right.
it's going to be good. I did a lot of research and also went based off of my own memory of the decade. So it covers football, basketball, baseball, hockey, golf, Olympic sports, and combat sports. So
Okay.
Yep.
We got to remember to hashtag those polls just to make sure we get as many extra votes
For sure.
as possible.
So we're not getting like 7 votes on.
Yeah, I put out a couple polls on who, like the spreads for the Saturday night games. Like
I still don't.
votes.
It makes me think back to that one spread one I put up that got like well
like
over 100
or something,
Yeah,
which makes it had no hashtags too. So I don't get how that happened because there's no way those are all people following the account or whoever retweeted it that voted on it. But you got anything else, Andy? Or are you good?
No, I'm good.
All right, boys.
You good? All right.
Talk to you guys.
Fun again. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you for listening.
Peace.